Brexit, France says it will not sign up to bad trade deal with UK just to meet Johnson's deadline. Poor planning on your part does not necessitate an emergency on mine. Bob Carter, and thus, the whole problem with trying to renegotiate trade deals with someone who knows you have only 10 months to finish it. You have zero leverage. Tried to explain this to the Brexiters at my job. They couldn't seem to understand that the EU don't owe us anything, they don't have to give us a trade deal, they don't have to hit our deadlines. Don't understand how people still believe Boris when he's been proven to be full of shit time and time again. Seems fair. Can someone who understands European politics and international economics better than me explain why any major country would sign up for a trade deal with the UK that wouldn't heavily favor them over the UK? Right now, it feels like almost everyone has the upper hand in a trade negotiation with the UK. No. Bojo and Nigel, they'll do as we say. France, non nous nele ferens pas. Bojo and Nigel, / surprised Pikachu, JPEG /*. This is the fundamental problem with Brexit. The UK is in a position of self-imposed weakness when negotiating all its trade deals. What happens if no trade deals are signed by the end of this grace period? Then doesn't their position only get weaker? These are the deals that will govern trade for decades to come, and deals that are signed in haste simply to avoid the alternative will keep the UK's status as a world power diminishing. In other words, France will stick to common sense. But Nij said the EU were afraid us. He said we were gonna get wonderful deals and really stick it to those unelected bureaucrats. I saw it in the Sun, it must be true. For fuck's sake. Nigel and Boris will get exactly the Brexit they desire, and still blame it on the EU, and like mindless zombies those who want to leave will lap it up. I loathe my country. I really don't comprehend Britain not hashing out a deal before Brexiting. I feel like I've spent more time researching the best brand of cat food for my kitties than these guys do for the realities of post-Brexit Britain. UK-EU exports are a bigger part of the UK's economy than the EU's. Although fewer of our exports are now going to other EU countries, these exports are still just as important to our economy. The £274 billion exports of goods and services to other EU countries were worth 13.4% of the value of the British economy in 2017. It's been at around 12 to 15% over the past decade. Exports from the rest of the EU to the UK were worth about 3 to 4% of the size of the remaining EU's economy in 2016. The exact number depends on whether you use the £394 billion figure from EU goods and services data, or £315 billion from UK data. UK cannot have better or even identical deals after they are gone. Otherwise the union would be pointless. The EU needs us more than we need them, the motto of Brexiteers. When they don't even understand how much the UK relies on trade with the single market. 45% of UK exports are to the single market. 53% of the imports to the UK are also from the single market. What do you think happens if there's no agreement met? By then, perhaps a trade deal with the US. But we already know the amount of trade between that is going to be nowhere near those figures above. We have started a timer with our whole country's trade at stake. Right now there is little tangible upside but plenty of ironclad downside. Well, obviously. We were on the same team, now we're on different teams, we're a team of 1 going up against a team of 23. David Cameron fucked us over honestly. I hope this forever stains him moving forward. UK, chuckles, I'm in danger. Just come back with us guys, FFS, is this really newsworthy? France will sign up to any deal to meet Johnson's deadline would be news. Not wanting a crap trade deal to meet another country's randomly self-imposed deadline is pretty much what any leader would do. The whole Brexit thing gives me the mental image of a really great party. Like. Super great. Everyone is there, and it's the best kind of potluck. Everybody brought their best stuff, all the European countries are chilling and getting along. Except England. She's not getting enough attention, so she's being dramatic. Complaining about the rules everyone agreed to. Wants exceptions to the rules, or she'll pack up and leave. Germany, with her mouth full of potato salad, mutely motions towards the door. England stamps her foot, crosses her arms, and has a fit. She's really gonna go. She's gonna do it. She taps her husband Scotland on the shoulder and tells him she's ready to go home now. Scotland, engrossed in a game of foosball with Finland, waves her off and tells her to be careful on the trip home. No, he's not going with. No, she can't have his car keys. Divorce. Don't threaten Scotland with such sweet fantasies. England goes back to pouting and reiterating every 5 minutes that she's going. No one pays attention. England demands someone call her a cab. France inquires if her phone is broken. Motions to the wall phone. Distractedly says no long distance. Mostly absorbed in a game of cards against humanity with Italy, Denmark, and Sweden. England continues to stand there, basking in the awkwardness of simultaneously creating a scene and not having anyone give a crap.